We head to Milford now. Volunteers at a community project there have been paid a pretty special visit by the British actress Kate Winslet. The Green Hub project for teens supports young people facing social, emotional and mental health challenges. And, well, let's find the full story out. Co-chair at the Green Hub is Vanessa Lanham-Day. Morning to you.
Good morning, James. Lovely to chat to you again.
Well, really good. Yeah, we spoke a few months back.
We did.
Yeah, let's talk about what the Green Hub project is for anyone who actually missed it.
Okay, well, we support young people, 11 to 18-year-olds, so as you said earlier, suffering with social, emotional and mental health struggles and anxieties. And they come to us for a 12-week programme where they just kind of learn new coping strategies. They find peace and calm and can kind of really lose themselves in the garden. And they just say learn new coping strategies about the ways in which nature, it's a really powerful healer, how they can find new ways just to bring calm into their lives. And it's really powerful.
Now, you got in touch with Kate Winslet last year after watching her in that drama, I Am Ruth, which was an award-winning drama. What was that about? That remind me, because that was the one about social media, wasn't it?
That's right. Well, I mean, the trigger originally was because it was all filmed in Godalming. So, there's a programme with Kate on tonight, filmed in Godalming. So he sat down to watch it, but suddenly it became so clear that the message they were talking about, it was essentially about a mother and her daughter going through this crisis. Her daughter became social media sort of phone addicted, and so the whole crisis where she was facing this breakdown and the stress the parent was going through, trying to help her daughter begin to understand the problems that she was facing. And there was the whole thing with the parent kind of denying that there were mental health issues and the whole shame thing that goes with that. So it just really resonated with the kind of issues our parents face. I mean, in this case, it was, say, a phone addiction, but the reality is the anxiety trigger could be anything. The crisis for the teenager and for the parent was really much the same, whatever the trigger might be. And so it just really resonated. This was something, it was such a powerful thing that we needed to share with people. So we popped it on our social media the following day and just had the most phenomenal reaction from all over. It's probably the best social media we've ever had, but it just made us realise just what a big issue this is.
Amazing. Right, so look, there's one thing watching Kate Winslet on the TV. There's another thing actually bothering to get in contact with her and her saying, yes, I'll come and have a visit. Talk me through the process.
Well, as I say, we got such a reaction that day from social media. So we sent the same message out to everybody on our list. We've collected all the connections we've found over a couple of years that we've been running from local businesses and all the parents and supporters and so forth, and just said, A, you need to watch this programme, and B, does anybody know a way in which we might connect with Kate? And say that the power of the universe is truly extraordinary. And so in less than 3 days, I got an email from her. Somebody had just forwarded our email to someone who they knew her, and it resonated with her, and she contacted us. And say that was back in December. It took 9 months for it to manifest into something, but it's inevitable. She's a very busy lady, lots of filming commitments, but we stayed in touch, and it all came together a week or so ago.
Tell me about the visit. What happened?
She was just charming, really authentic, really original, and she came into the garden as just a normal mum who understood the struggles and was just so interested in what we were doing, had a lovely tour of the garden. She's a keen gardener herself, and so was busy sort of spotting the different species and stuff that we've got in our vegetable area. And she was just huge fun to be with. She was with us in more than 2 hours. The time just flew by. We had loads to chat about. It felt really important, and it validated the parents who are going through that somebody of her importance would just spend that time, getting to understand what they're going through.
And what's your takeaway from her visit? I know that obviously clearly fundraising is part of the reason for getting her involved, and just raising awareness, is it?
Well, yes, just raising awareness. We still struggle to get referrals through, getting the kind of traditional prescribing notions. But there are other things they can do as well, and just getting the whole community to understand there are other opportunities for young people to find ways forward through these terrible crises. So raising awareness is just so important, just getting people to understand there are other possibilities. And she's really helped us already do that. I mean, just reporting about her visit, again, a massive spike in our social media, and also sorts of connections coming through from it. So, I think she understands the power of her importance, of the message that she can bring. And so, we're really grateful for that.
All right. I know that, Vanessa, you're trying to expand your services. What have you got planned?
Well, one really important thing that came out really directly out of the I Am Ruth thing was because we already knew that parents were having a tough time because we talked to an awful lot of them, but probably only half of the young people get into the garden. So we started a thing called Parent Hub. So we now have a monthly support group where parents come and just talk amongst themselves, get advice from professionals. So that's something that started rolling out in May. And so we've got the next one of those tomorrow night, in fact, running in Milford. So if any parents feel they'd like to come along and be part of that, we know that's working really powerfully. We've also added a second garden to what we're doing, and we're hoping to expand more of that to access more teens. So we're seeing teens now that can't get into school, so they're coming to us midweek. So we're just all the time looking for new opportunities, a way we can support this community, whether it's the parents or whether it's the teens.
Well, let's give a plug to your website where people can find out more, either to support you or actually use your services.
Well, the website is www.greenhub.org.uk, and you can access the Parent Hub, sign up for that there, or refer a teen there, or find out about volunteering. All the information is on there.
Right. And out of interest, is your screenshot on your phone, is that you and Kate by any chance?
Oh, it is, yes.
Yeah, loads of selfies as well, I would imagine.
Of course.
Great. That's part of the rules.
Wasn't going to miss that opportunity.
No, who would? Vanessa, great. Keep in contact. Be good to just know what you're up to, so always let us know.
And thanks so much, James. Have a lovely day.
Nice stuff. Vanessa Lanham-Day from the Green Hub Project. If you want to find out more, do a search online.